Welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista and I'll be doing your March 2019 general and love forecast. This is for the sign of Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. I hope that you enjoyed your February general and love forecasts. I'm going to be combining this for the next little while because I'm working on some other projects for you. So in the interest of time, I'm going to do a nice 5-card reading for you just about advice and basically whatever is most prominent in your world as you're viewing this is what I encourage you to apply the messages to. But like I said, I'll be drawing cards for love and romance in particular for some extra messages. So what does Taurus, sun, moon, and rising need to know for, hey, there we have it. March 2019. So we're going to look at the bottom of the deck for general energy for the month for you. Okay, Aries just had this. Woe to the world if you are an Aries Taurus, by the way, because you are in charge of something here. Something big is going to happen here. So the Magician is basically means that you have everything. You can set out en route to your dreams and goals and you have everything you need. Just ask. Resources are available to you. You're in a great position to begin or follow through with something here as well. Let's get out your 5 cards. Holy smokes! Holy smokes! There's a lot of water here. I'm going to suggest that this has to do, again, apply as you see fit. I'm going to suggest this has a lot to do with your emotional world, however. Now, this can be with another person. We do have a Scorpio featured here. We do have a Scorpio, in fact, featured twice here. The King of Cups, and of course, the Transformation is the Death card. And you could also be dealing with a Pisces, but generally a lot of water energy. Perhaps you're a Taurus sun with a water moon sign. If that's the case, this is a really nice, enjoyable, I would say even like on a spiritual level, but definitely within the feeling and emotional realm. I think you're coming to terms with something pretty big here. And especially with the sun featured right in the center of your reading. Of course, this is Leonian energy. This is creativity, wellness, success, joy. It's very life-giving. It could just be that spring is coming and you really need that in your life, and this is going to help you emotionally feel so much better. It's been a long winter for many of us. So Taurus, let's get into each card in its position. As you are, this is the 2 of Cups, also known as the soulmate card, but it's essentially speaking the same language as someone else who has your heart or who you want to communicate on an emotional level with. This is a really gorgeous energy. We're really early into the energy here as well, and you can see how quickly we skip to both the Knight and then the King of Cups. So enormous emotional maturity is being developed here in the month of March. I hope first and foremost that you're applying this to yourself, right? You're the Magician. This could even have to do with your emotional or mental health, or how your mental health is associated with your emotions. So this would be a really beautiful month to spend on that and to assist yourself emotionally as well. With the Knight of Cups here, we have someone who's offering their heart, someone who's really, I think there is not only a great deal of compassion, but there is, a hopeless romantic type energy here as well. I think this is going to be well suited to you as a Taurus. You're going to need this, whether it comes from someone else or not. If it comes from someone else, it is because they're speaking your language. You've met your match, right? If it is coming from within or you're being asked to, because this is, are you on the correct path? This is the language of love. This is the interpretation of how you feel, and you can relay this. This is also a little bit of a shy energy as well. So you could be shy about relaying your real true feelings about yourself, where you are in life, or about another person or a project. The main obstacle is joy, success, life-giving, basically a great deal of success. How can this be the main obstacle? I'm going to suggest it's fear. It's because on some level, Taurus, you may not believe that you deserve this. And I see this actually for the earth signs on a regular basis. I think there's just maybe something old in the way. Maybe you don't believe that someone understands you, or you deserve to have someone meet your emotional expectations here. But your main obstacle this could be a Leo, just saying. Leo is ruled by the sun. But your main obstacle toward this, maybe they need to come to terms with your emotional world if you are dealing with a Leo. But certainly if this does not have to do with romance, and it's just could be any instance in your life, for example, could be that you feel undeserving here. And I'm going to suggest that we go to what is helping you. So we have this very youthful, Piscean, compassionate, the hopeless romantic card here, who can interpret the language of love all the way up to what is helping you, which is the Scorpionic King of Cups. This is really, in my view, so associated here with the Magician, because this is where you call the shots for your own emotional world. Let's just say this is a person, place, or thing, even though, let's say it is success. For example, it's, emotional, you've found emotional wealth within your job or the work front, but it isn't what you expected, or it comes at a price. And you see that here. What is helping you is you can discern this. So Scorpio is featured in the King of Cups because it is fixed energy. And this is where you can become the detective. You can become the PI. You can look deeper into things, deeper into why do you feel, for example, you may not deserve success? Why do you feel that a Leo is in the way here with regard to needing advice? But ultimately, this doesn't have to be a Scorpio separate from you. It can be your energy. And the King of Cups is really just saying, high emotional discernment. Get rid of what doesn't work for you. Honor what does. And be willing to go deep here. This is really deep. If this is a spiritual matter, this is, deeply spiritual. But ultimately, it's the master. It's the father of emotions, of the emotional world. And there's enormous depth here to what is helping you. And then how can progress be made? Letting go of something has to be let go of permanently here. This is the Death card. Something has to take back seat forever. And I'm again associating it with the Sun, because I just feel very strongly that it's either fear of success here that's getting in the way, or a misunderstanding of what comes with success, or with a Leo in your life. Maybe they need to know how to speak your language and you're trying to appeal to them so they become more of what you need. But ultimately, it is up to you. You have everything you need. How can progress be made? The Death card. Something has to be, you have to put it to rest permanently here. And I don't think it's the emotional world. Obviously, that's not practical, or even, I don't even think it's fair to suggest you have to put your emotional world at rest. But I think you have to put maybe looking at this person, or to a measure of success, or to a Leo right now, to give you, or to match this emotional world for you. And that may be hard to accept. Naturally, that may be hard to accept, but perhaps you need to give yourself, what you think you need from somebody else right now. And then if they can, if they can follow through and follow the lead, great. If not, you have to get to a place where you, by the end of the month anyway, are able to say, I'm going to let that go. I can no longer look outside of myself. I have to take care of my own emotional health. Yeah, so I was just looking for an extra message there with regard to what's going on here, and this is something is overkill. Something is really tearing you up mentally here. They're tearing you up. Thoughts of them are tearing you up. It just needs to come to an end. It needs to be put to rest. It could be something as simple as an emotional conversation that you need to have here in order to accept success or accept joy or positive energy. So additional messages are intention. Of course, what's your intention here with this emotional relationship, with this, magician saying you have everything you need? I think you just have to intend to do what is best for you and your emotional world right now, because everyone has their own interests first. So why should you be any different? You have to take care of number one, Taurus. And another additional message for you here with regard to intention. Certainly if you're having a difficult conversation, an emotional conversation with someone, and they're difficult or they're putting mental strain or stress on you, I would consider that a very clear sign that this person is not in your corner. And, emotionally step away from that to protect yourself, Taurus. I'm going to ask that you trust your instincts at this time as well. And trust that you have what it takes. Don't doubt yourself right now. Trust your gut. Trust your emotional world. And there we have cleansing with frog. Cleansing is necessary, absolutely. And what a better way to formulate the transformation, or, death card as it's known. A cleansing is necessary. Clear away what isn't working for you any longer. Don't put up with nonsense. Don't put up with emotional abuse. Don't become the person, if you hang out with somebody, for example, and you're picking up on negative emotions or negative energy. You had two there. You want to protect yourself from that. Love yourself enough. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Again, I'm going to suggest that this is about you. I want you to have faith in yourself. What are you intending to come out of an emotional conversation? And a compassionate and generous and romantic, hopeful conversation, because you're coming from a good place. You're going to find out very quickly where this other person is coming from. And yes, this is your soulmate. I do want to make a note here that your soulmate isn't always who we wind up with forever. We do have several soulmates throughout our lives. And our soulmates can very often be the person who teaches us the most. It's not necessarily the person that we grow old and die with. I just want to throw that out there because we do have our Two of Cups here, which is also a soulmate card. So this is speaking, whether it's business, romance, or otherwise, that this is speaking to a soulmate relationship. I suspect, because of what I'm seeing here, that you are perhaps more likely emotionally developed than the person that you are dealing with. Whoops, we had a lot going on there. What I may do, I have found this to be quite clever. I'm just going to pull a card from these guys that jumped out for a final message for you with regard to romance. Yeah, between worlds. I think you expect something to happen that may not happen. So what I'm going to suggest here as well is to make a plan for yourself. Even if this does, and especially if this does have to do with another person that you're very close to or committed to, you really need to put yourself first and take care of yourself here. This isn't indecision. This is between the light and the dark. You're a conversation away from something here, but you have to get it off your chest, Taurus, because you're going to suffer. Otherwise, clearly you are with this Ten of Swords, this overkill, this feeling of being left behind or misunderstood or not taken seriously. You have a lot of compassion and love to give, but you're suffering within. So please put yourself first. Have have faith that you have everything that you need here, and make a move. Make a move. Something has to be removed from your life altogether. A cleanse is necessary here. Do it with the best intentions. And I think that everything will work out for you by the end of the month. I just want you to emotionally take care of yourself and prepare for not getting the answer that you have expected. So that is your reading for March. I hope that it was helpful. Leave me a message in the comment below. Let me know how this works out for you. And until we meet in the next video, take care, Taurus. Bye for now.